Boom. What up? Pianobruh only. Back
Good afternoon.
again for more League of Legends action.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Um, well, outside of League, great.
Good.
As far as League goes, I had probably one of the worst loss streaks of my life last weekend.
How'd
I
that
think I
happen?
lost 13 out of 15 games.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not the highest
But
loss streak I've heard though.
it's probably so here's why it's the worst. Is because
Mhm.
I feel like maybe 2 or 3 games of those were like actually my fault. That's what made it pretty miserable. So, anyways,
Yeah, the
let's see.
unwinnable ones from jungle are especially lame. But with those, it's like you
But I
usually
did
have
end
one
it.
or two turns to do something, and then I don't know. It's all Jesus at that point. But fucking 13 in a row, brother.
Well, they weren't all in a row, but it was pretty close. So yeah, I lost a lot of fight games, but I think I played 2 days ago. I played like 6 games and I won 5 of them. So those went a little better.
So you lose like 13 and then you win 5. Where are you at in terms of like your rank?
Like my MMR is just like in the toilet right now. It's the main problem, but I'm Plat 3 80 LP.
Okay. One thing with MMR this season, I feel like if you get on a win streak, you simply reverse a lot of problems. At least that's how it feels for me. I don't have like any data on it, but
I hope so. Well, either way, if I just get better at jungling, then I'll win more, and my MMR will go up, right?
yep. But the
No.
plat to like D4 is a shit zone.
Yeah.
That's harder.
Well, if I get better enough, it won't be a problem. All right. So I have. Could we look at? Let's see. Actually, could we look at 2 different games?
Okay.
One that I won that I feel like I shouldn't have, and then another was a Maokai game because I haven't shown you any of my Maokai games.
Doke. Am I loading the replay or are you linking?
I can screen share or I can upload. Dealer's choice.
Um, just do where you screen share.
Okay.
Doke. And then you're playing Vi and Maokai.
Yeah, I feel like my Vi's gotten a little better, and Maokai's like, it took me like 5 games to figure the champion out.
That's about all it takes.
Okay, so one of my monitors isn't working, but this should be good enough.
Okay. Conditioning and overgrowth secondary with Hella Blades? Nah.
Why not?
If you're going
I just
this,
really like Green Tree.
like, those things are okay. It just doesn't really change how Vi is going to function. Like, what's going to give you durability is going to be your items. Like, I feel like a Triumph and Alacrity is almost impossible to be as secondary runes for if you're running like Domination or anything else. Like, if you run Aftershock, it's like, I want the Triumph and Alacrity. The Alacrity
So
is so
basically, only
good.
run Domination secondary if you already have.
Well, you can run Domination primary. It's just if you're doing that, then you want Precision secondary.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because extra healing on kill and assist and then attack speed, like, it's hard to beat that. Versus, like, with conditioning, right? It's like more HP and then more armor and magic resist, which should make you tankier, but with Vi, it's just not really how she functions. That's for champions that get in there and stay in there. Vi goes all over the place. And whenever she gets in, she needs to, like, hit.
She needs to be able to seal the deal on her targets.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. I either go this or free boots, but I don't really like free boots because I really like rushing lucidity.
Yeah, free boots are okay. Like, free boots cosmic is like when I know that I'm gonna just be not mostly farming, but doing a whole lot more farming than usual. And then once we have like 2 dragons, then the game starts. That's when I'm loving free boots and cosmic.
I see.
Right. Okay, doke. So walk
Okay,
me through
so
this
this
game.
game, I just path bot side mostly because of these two immobile targets that are easy to gank.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good to me.
And this matchup top side is snowbally, but I like this gank target better. And also starting top side, I might be able to look for like if it looks good, a three camp Irelia gank that helps Galio out a lot.
Okay,
But
so with the bot lane matchup, does your bot lane get pushed in?
yeah,
Okay. So what time do you want to show up there? Are you gonna 3 camp there? Are you gonna full clear there?
my plan is full clearing so far.
Okay.
They'll probably get through wave crash though.
Doke.
They'll get crashed on. I mean, so they're
Yeah.
might if the bot lane is human, they won't let a gank happen.
So if they get crashed on, right, then the wave's in front of their turret as it's bouncing back, and then with Jin Zerath, do they have the ability to keep pushing that?
Not without getting risk of getting ganked. So they have to
I
kind
don't
of
know.
play
If they crash
passive.
the wave and then you're not there, then they could have warded the river.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right. And then if they're pushing the wave, it's like they're poking your Lulu Kaisa. They're shorter range. So then it's like imagine you go for a gank and Jin Zerath are just full HP, all sums, and you have Lulu Kaisa. That's rough.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's not like a guaranteed level 4 gank target. And if I'm gonna be there, I should be there like level 3, like 3
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah, so if you're gonna 3 camp there and like but even that's a risk in my eyes because I know that Jin Zerath pushes, but at least if you start topside, maybe they trade a bunch. But I think like pathing up to topside is a little bit more consistent. We can almost guarantee that top lane something will happen. And then we have
Yeah,
Galio. Yeah, we have Galio 2 and Irelia. And then Wukong does have a pretty good matchup into Vi if he finds her in a 1v1. But if you're the first one to gank, it's hard for Wukong to like find you and fight you. But if you're just on a full clear, he can just skip some camps and try to invade you.
I don't think that's what he does. Is that what he should have done?
Well, it's an option he has. Like he can do his red raptors and then do like wolves blue, see that you haven't ganked, and then kind of infer what he can do from there.
I see.
Because like a Wukong invading you on red sucks. He just beats you up.
Do you really ever want to 3 camp on Vi though? It just feels like you just want to
Yeah,
get to level 6 as fast as you
yeah,
can.
you can 3 camp on Vi. It presents a risk. The whole game plays out differently, but yeah, you have the opportunity. Like if I see Galio versus Irelia, I think like maybe, but Irelia has TP, so would I 3 camp any of these lanes? No, I don't. Nah, the only guaranteed CC is Galio, and it's into Irelia with TP, so there's no need to.
Gotcha. So you're saying like 3 camp 5 ganks are probably where the gank is really like pretty simple to set up, like CC set up in your lanes, and like maybe like a TF or like a Pantheon or
Yeah, let me look at some of my games I played because I know I've been doing that quite a bit recently. Um, let's see. I played against a Twitch jungle. I'm on red side. I do my 3 red side camps, and then I wait for him to gank somewhere, and then I go take his blue. He ganks my bot lane. He ganks my bot lane. I take his blue. I know he's going mid, so I just walk towards mid after the blue. Like that's something. That's not just a random full clear. Um, God, with Vi's 3 camps too, it's like you better fucking land your Q, or your whole game is over.
yeah, makes sense.
Oh shit.
What do I end up doing here?
Okay, I don't have a recent game, but I'm looking at them.
I do start topside.
Let's get a full screen on this bad boy.
Oh, I messed it up.
This is me on Raptors. I fucking hate them. Red side
I tried
Raptors
to
are
do
so
the
annoying.
tech. I tried to do the tech, but with like keeping your passive on cooldown,
Oh, you
I
missed
missed
them.
it by like a second.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See, then with this part on Vi, there's nothing to do. There's like no kiting, nothing. So you can just take a hard glance at the lanes like this. A hard look at them. And I really like that about Vi.
You can do the same thing with like Hecarim and shit.
Yeah.
You never have to look at your camps.
Hecarim, Evelyn. Except Vi, it's just punch, punch. If I see that with Galio, I'm like, okay, good trade. Wave's gonna crash and then bounce against them. Here, go back.
Do you think it could have been an angle just to walk mid there?
Yeah, let's look at it. So pause. You're finishing blue. You have smite. Do you gank this?
I think I finish my Gromp. I do my Gromp. Do I? I think I might come mid.
Well, I'm asking you like right here. Do you want?
Should I? I think I like looking back. I think I should have.
Yeah, it's a pretty good option. And what are we giving up?
Gromp. That's it.
Yep, we're giving up doing Gromp, and then what is Wukong doing in the meantime?
He's a little slower, so he's probably on his camp, right?
Yep, probably.
Or if he skipped one, he's probably going to be like waiting for Scuttle to spawn.
Right. So we go mid, and then we'll get some of this XP too, because that's a big ass wave. But a problem you run into is that that's a big wave pushing towards Galio, so maybe Irelia just leaves. Yeah, so Irelia crashes the wave, and then Galio is just under turret L.
And I skip Gromp here to try and get the timing off here.
So this is like playing off like expectations and stuff, right? Not just because you didn't even look at bot lane, did you?
I was looking on Gromp. I mean, Wolves, but after that, I didn't know.
Right. So you're just like to me, it looks like you feel like you should gank bot, and then you just kind of end up here. Because you don't give this any time either, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You don't let them make a mistake. You're just on the path dogmatically, and that's not good.
So just sit in the bush here, wait for them to...
Well, what should you do?
The wave. If I'm going to gank this, I think the right call was to wait for them to come ward, because they haven't warded yet. And they're going to be scared for... they're going to be scared for gank because their wave is shit.
Yeah, that'd be good. So how would you do that?
Because I see like, oh, they don't have a ward, so they're gonna try and push this wave and crash it, but they just back off. So I just sit here and wait until Xerath walks forward and I Q him. And then
why do we do that instead of forcing it?
Because then if I don't show, they also don't know where I am. They have to play differently, so it's a win-win either way.
That's right. And would you say it's like up to them to die? Not for you to like get the kill.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right, so it's not our option.
Junglers only function off of laners making mistakes.
Most of them. Some of them have the ability to force. Like in Elise, she might be able to force that shit right there. But Vi, not so much. Let's go, Galio!
Like Rek'Sai?
Yeah, Rek'Sai.
He also kills him, I think.
Oh, nice. I mean, technically we helped. Right. So, you said... wait in the bush and then wait for them to ward, and then if they don't ward, then what?
They're probably gonna die to the wave because that wave's doo-doo. They have to crash it. So eventually they're gonna have to walk up to crash it.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, and so as soon as they walk up to either use Xerath,
let's say they're playing like Ezreal Janna, right? And they're just like not the champions themselves, but like playing like those champions where they're just totally jacking off like all the way to the right side. It's like, what do you do? Are you going to force that, or are you going to go to Scuttle?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, the gank, like a lane like that's hard to gank. I would just go to Scuttle. I think I probably wouldn't even gank it. I'd probably just do my Gromp, keep my camps on cooldown.
So you show up there, you give them the opportunity to make a mistake, and then when they don't, you go to Scuttle.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. That's how you do it. Dude, I've been playing normals and I've been getting so much better at that sort of shit. Because in normal draft, you can play like an asshole, but then your allies also suck a little. So I show up to lanes and I'm like, oh my god, this lane state is weird. And then I just leave. And then I've been getting so much better at doing that in ranked, where I'm not like dogmatically like, alrighty, here I am for the perfect timing of the gank. And like, because sometimes the shit sucks. But
Yeah.
you don't have to pay the price for it if you're not like attached to the result or like, on that path regardless.
So Wukong took my Krugs here.
Gank top.
I'm scared that he'll counter gank and that we're just
Oh,
way
but you have
weaker.
item advantage. Because if he took your Krugs right and he stuck around, he hasn't recalled no matter what. If he reset top like L, but like that, it'd be like if you guys chase Pantheon all the way down, then you'd run into resetting top Wukong.
Do I gank top? I think I might actually.
Yeah, because this path of like
Wait.
you gank top no matter what happens, it doesn't really matter, and then you can walk right through river, gank mid, and then go back to your Raptors. What the fuck? Over the wall. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to use Q like that.
How should I use it?
We'll keep moving into him. Give it some time. Because Wukong has that option to use the W, right?
Uh-huh.
If that's going to be Lee Sin, like any of those champs with a dash, that's what they're going to do.
Just walk up to them and follow them with a Q instead.
Yep. Vi's real weird like that because she's so basic, You're just hard moving into them and then charging a massive Q in front of them. To his Raptors, big man. His Raptors. He hasn't recalled. He just took 2 of your camps. Raptors, then you have the option, like stay for golems like a psycho. I don't like that one. And then you can try to gank bot or gank mid or do dragon, like something.
It seems so scary to go for Raptors. I wasn't thinking about it though in the moment for sure.
Why is it scary?
Because Lulu's just like in Neverland and our bot lane's way pushed in.
Okay,
But
who's their support?
Xerath,
Yeah,
I guess he's not going to be there.
That's
He
not
doesn't care.
Nautilus, is it? That's not Alistar. That's not Pike. Like, you're good to go.
So as soon as he does that, you just run straight to Raptors and go for the invade.
That's what I would have done. You have Galio to cover you with R. You have Galio to, like, capitalize if Irelia tries to stop you. Because you just move to Raptors to try to take them. It doesn't have to be like you have to take them. Because you're level 4 right now. It's nothing major. We're not getting to level 5 off the Wolves. So you have this option to like go play. But then you concede it entirely by doing the Wolves, which isn't necessary. And then gives Wukong an advantage because he did like 2 of your camps and didn't pay a price for it.
Yeah. Which is the price for the failed gank, is my top side.
Yeah.
Look how much of a good teammate I am. I don't even flame Galio for taking half my Raptors.
Nice guys, finish last. Bing, 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 bing. Alrighty, Wukong come kick his ass. Your Gallia's recalled. Your bot lane's fucked. Let's lose on dragon here. This is such like a hard dragon, but hey, you'll get away with it, but
I mean, like, Vi is just so good at this. Like, I've been doing this, like, a lot of
I
games.
know you can do it like in this elo, but Jesus, this one with the map state, and then it's just a result of like the bot gank
like,
and not doing the Raptors.
Wukong's probably doing his bot side after he invaded me, right? And then he recalled. That's my read.
Yeah,
So I'm just going to do it on his
and
reset.
you're probably right. And it's like, does Xerath have a random ward? Probably not, but it's a chance. We're playing like pretty good chances. I'd say it's like 80-20 that you're good to go here, but yeah, this makes up some XP. I don't hate it, but there is risk involved. Okay, Galio has more CS than I did on Galio the other day.
One of those champions where you can just run around the map and it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I had 7 CS on Syndra the first like not 5 minutes, but like 4 minutes the other day.
That's depressing.
Yeah. We're almost level 6. Jesus Christ. Let's go, Dragon. Let's go Ketchup XP. Wukong took 2 of our camps.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
So
I didn't even get a solo kill. Getting a solo kill is really where it gets disgusting.
Imagine we did Raptors, won a fight, did Dragon, and fucking we'd be level 6 off that alone. You kill one champion. And then it'd be a reset like ult top, ult mid.
What do I do here? Um,
Also, why do you get the
I
boots so often?
I don't know. I just had gold for it, I think.
I haven't done that, like, because I know that just the longswords themselves do so much work, regardless of like what the runes are on Vi. Because the longswords are going to increase your clear speed and your damage once you're there. And Vi like really doesn't need the boots until like level, they like past like level 7. I feel like, unless it's like certain matchups. So I feel like you might stop doing that for a little bit. Just do a full build and then boots.
This is funny.
Because one of the things with the chainsword or the black cleaver is like you complete those sooner than you would a mythic. Boom. So if you do the boots, you delay all that. Is this guy's IGN Walmart?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Why not Rift Herald? You have ult. You just killed top. You have Galio ult.
I don't know. That's a mistake for sure. I'm thinking like camps.
Camps whenever it's neutral. But whenever you have advantage or you have an option, you default to like this defensive thing, which is like the first step, right? I think you just have to start seeing these other things as an option. I don't think you're like actively denying them, are you?
No, I can recognize that they're the right play in hindsight, but
Okay, so let's start entertaining that. Like,
stop playing defensive when a an advantage.
you got a kill. They took this. You can take that. Like, they're in this position. You can take that. If you've
So
ever played,
what are the offensive options, right? Take neutrals, take their camps, or go for a gank. Right? Those are the three things you can do.
yep, those are the three
Okay.
plays.
Oh, on the side topic, well, before I forget, how what's the best way to punish when junglers three camp? Like, do you just like in a standard game say like I'm Vi here
Um,
and I three camp bot? Like I do
oh,
red.
it's so lame. Well, like with Vi, what I usually do, I know they're gonna three camp bot. It's like I do my full clear and then I reset and then I attack something. Because if
So
you,
so your timer is off the reset with
yeah,
item advantage.
yeah, and that's always slow. It's like you can try to counter it yourself. It depends on the champion, man. But like an invade for one camp isn't really worth because they three camp reset. They're on the top side where you are with an item advantage. You lose. So it's like I just finish a full clear. You let the map burn, but people use sums and stuff. You keep track of those sums, then you might have an attack because you're just on. You reset fucking Ruby Crystal Longsword Control Ward, and then it's all Jesus from there. Can you gank top? Can you fight this? Like I don't know.
Okay, so like so the play is if you're full clearing and the other jungler three camps, you reset and you look for an attack on the reset.
Yeah, because you have to spend your
Attack being
gold.
invade or gank because there's
Well,
no neutrals up.
yeah, if you have an advantage, or you can just stay on a full clear, so you do a second full clear, and then you attack the lane that they attack. Because let's say they three camp bot, did their bot lane use flash? It's like you won't be able to attack them on that first turn, but you can attack them on the second turn, unless your bot lane dies again. And you just keep collecting the L's, but you get one gank off on Vi level 6, and the game's okay. And if
Okay.
it's not, it's like, who cares? That's your bot lane's mistake. You can't correct it. And if you're gonna preemptively like three camp like off the cuff, it usually sucks.
Yeah. What I've found is like with Rek'Sai, it's really hard to punish three camping, or at least visibly. Because like I'll do my bot side and I'll gank bot and I'll just immediately reset regardless. And I'll just run to my top side and I'll have a longsword. Right? It just blows. It seems like you can't invade them on the first turn.
Yeah, you can't. You can take their buff as Vi. She's fast enough for that. But then it's like you're on the top side. So you did like three of your red side camps into their blue or something? Or you
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. So it's like three, let's say you're Vi this game, Wukong three camp spot, you three camp red side, you do his blue, and then try to gank top, it fails. Wukong's topside with the longsword, like,
Game's over.
and
Yeah.
then your lane's chunked or something. Like it gets messy. So it's I you got to play it by ear, but also like Vi's pretty good at just staying on a fucking full clear and telling our team to go fuck themselves.
That's what I've been thinking. It's like the best way to punish it is just to keep up your tempo, keep your camps cleared, and then attack on the. I didn't know about the attack on reset or attack off second reset, but it seems like just the best way to punish 3-camping is just to keep clearing.
Yeah,
Get ahead that way.
because like let's say they 3-camp bot, it's like you do your full clear reset, then you can gank top, and they don't have a counter for that. Is the top gank successful? Like yes or no? Regardless, you're back to your golems, whether you died or not. Like it, you're gonna be back at those golems at like the same speed when you're on the second clear, and then that might cost you a turn of ganking bot lane. But if your bot lane's like what's the word, like unassailable, something like they're fucked. You don't have, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So the cost benefit is just so easy. Because if the enemy got like one free attack turn, you'll get one, but if you don't spend it, that's where it gets fucked. Or they do that a couple times, you take Dragon off like a double full clear, get level 6 off like red buff, and you're good to go.
My Lulu trolls me here. This is not season 11.
My bad, she's trying. Give her a break.
I appreciate the effort. I appreciate the effort.
What is the bot lane swap?
I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here either. I just have some time.
Falling or Vi ganks onto ranged mid laners fucking suck unless you're flanking. So it's like get in their jungle, Q behind them, and have, like Galio flash on them, or don't. Get out of there. He's addicted to Boots of Lucidity. No.
It's unfortunate.
Okay. Does Wukong have W here?
No. Oh, yes.
Careful. You gotta ask yourself these things. And as a normal draft shill myself now, if you play some normals, you'll get real used to these. Punch! Come on, you had it. You have more range, I'm pretty sure. I'm not a mathematician.
I don't know, but I'm like, either way,
Let's
like
find out.
I've won the play. I've won the play, right? He can't stay on that wave. Garen takes plates here, right?
But you have tier 2 boots. Surely you get that auto off first. Oh.
I didn't know. I didn't want to flip it, so.
Oh my god. Come on, golems, kill him.
No, I cut it out too well.
Oh my god. Normal drafts, you just try it there, you know what I'm saying? Normal drafts are the way. What was I saying? Oh yeah, with normal games too, you get a lot more fights in. So then shit like that, you can really iron out a whole lot faster. And then do it wrong like 8 times in a row, and it doesn't matter. You can still play.
You don't have to waste another 20 minutes.
Yep. And then you max E second?
Yeah, I always do.
I think the W is better with the tank build.
I don't know.
Into their champions, it can be okay. They have like mostly squishy champions. Okay. Brother. Wukong. There you go. You're living?
I have Galio Lulu.
Damn.
Oh. And I was shocked that he killed that guy there.
Okay, go back. Walk me through this.
So I'm thinking Galio has R and he's just gonna army straight on this, but he actually is not looking and he starts pathing back towards.
Okay.
So like he eased back.
Pause.
So
how could you help Galio know that he needs to R? If that's what you're playing for.
Well, he pinged on the way before this. I got baited.
Right. Your allies will
He's
ping
pinging on the way.
What can you do to ensure to know that he's on the way?
spam ping on the way.
No. That's just a signal, right? What can you do to make sure that he's moving towards that fight?
Well, I can pan, I guess.
Exactly. You can F key for just a second. Make sure his character's moving to the right, you know?
That's so hard, though. I'm so bad at that. Like,
I
my
know it's hard,
mechanics.
but like this sort of shit, your allies will lie to you. I come from bot lane. Nothing but lies from the pings, you know? On the way and then flashes backwards. Like, you have to watch your allies just like they're an enemy to make sure. And if you F key to the Galio, you give this fight a second, move back to the fight, and you like, it gives you the info, right? Why not get the info if you have the ability to? That's one of the only things you actually have control of, like in League of Legends, is gaining the info. So all the high level players like do very well in any game whatsoever. So hey, if you have the ability to F key to them, like nothing to it.
Gotcha. I think I missed my Q.
Yeah, you miss Q on Xerath. He's a skinny guy. He was knocked up too. That Lulu knockup was actually bullshit. I would have missed that Q too. Go Galio. He kills?
Yeah, he did so much damage.
Oh, Kaisa kills here. Polymorph. Lulu, baby, come on.
And our top lane is smurfing.
Wait, go back. How much would Chainsword completion be? It's after the fight where you purchase it with these components. It was before this. 500. Yeah, so we would have this without the
The
boots
Xerath kill.
lucidity. No, I'm
Oh, I
thinking
see what you mean.
right. And then did the boots lucidity help you in this fight?
Nope.
Yeah, because the boots lucidity is for like 3 Qs, and that's after your mythic completion, with your mythic completion giving you like a certain amount of ability haste. And then that second like bump of ability haste is the important one. The third one is like okay, but it's always going to be like the second one that gives you like the 2-3 Qs in a fight. And that's just generally like how ability haste works with other champions in my experience. Like
So almost always it's a chainsword rush.
yeah, chain sword or black cleaver. Because you're completing that item like for that reason. You get all the stats combined, HP, AD, and then ability haste.
Okay.
And what you're getting in exchange with boots of lucidity is like it's not important. Vi truly doesn't need movement speed in the early game, especially where she's not like so right with junglers, right? Like boots are very useful if you're moving a lot in the river or like into the enemy jungle or into lanes for ganks. Vi doesn't do that very often, does she?
No, not really.
Right. And then when she does, like we have Q and then we have ulti. So that's like when they're used best in the jungle.
So like move speed's not that great of a stat on her then.
Nope. I mean, with other junglers, like you can kind of think the same way. If you're not moving into the river, into the enemy's jungle, or for like ganks, then you don't really need boots early.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as a fucking absolute counter to that as well, Maokai like breaks that rule. Boots lucidity like actually just make him clear faster. Because he's all his Q and all base damage, and movement speed to the camps is actually better than AP because you're just there faster. Stupid champion.
Yeah, I agree. It's actually so dumb.
Stupid champion.
I'll have to show you some highlights at the end that are funny of a normal game I played of full AP Maokai. It's pretty freaking funny. Anyways.
You're building him AP in rank too, right?
It depends on the game.
I think I always just go AP. I've never built Radiant. Yeah, demonic Leandries and then like Zonias.
If I'm the only tank on my team, I usually build Radiant. But
I don't care. Like if Christ, if you're the only tank, like fuck it, you're not frontlining. Like let's just drop an ulti and call it a day.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah. because you don't have like Zac damage as Maokai with tank items, and that part sucks. Oh my god.
It's just depression right here.
Show you to ever lose an early game.
Actually, though, like it's so depressing. Like losing, if you're a jungler and you mess up like 2 times, your game is over. It like reminds me of top lane
It's
playing
over
bruiser
for
matchups.
now. Yeah.
Like I remember like playing Camille. Like if you mess up once in a bruiser matchup, you can't fight them for the next 15 minutes.
God, yeah. Fucking hate top lane.
That's probably my highest skilled role. We come back into the game here.
Okay. What was your most played top laner?
Camille by far.
Okay.
Camille, I played like a ton of Camille, and I played Ornn and Gwen. Those are my most played last season.
Gwen. Okay. Damn. You'd probably be alright at Silas jungle.
We talked about it, but I just like Echo better.
You say that, but I feel, yeah, I don't know. You just gotta get 20 kills on a Silas jungle and then let me know what you think. That champ's fucking ridiculous.
I just out of principle, I don't want to play it. It seems like illegal to me that the champion can only do camps when his smite is up and get Night Harvester and run the game.
Exactly, that's the thing with Silas. He breaks rules like no one has ever done it before. Hey, smite, flash, auto E, auto Q. They're at thighs.
Do you think that's a kill angle?
Yep. Yeah, you can kill here if you want to.
I'm exhausted though.
Yeah, you're fine. You
Just wait it out.
Yep. Smite, he's slowed, keep moving, flashes E, auto. And then we charge the Q to see flash, bonk. Dead.
Gotcha.
You have your flash to follow if we mess it up.
I'm just not, I didn't see the angle at all there.
It's not really necessary, like you're all alone too. You got the exhaust, it's fine.
My instincts are saying back off there.
Yeah, it's fine.
So now I'm like full, we're playing for Kaisa here. What do they do here? They just throw on mid lane.
Well, is it fine, like if this is what your allies are gonna do, you know? Is it fine to give up that Xerath kill? I don't know.
This flash is just so bad.
So you try to Q in.
I forget about, like, I do that twice in this game.
Right, so what's the mistake with this play?
It's a dead play. Why am I attending a dead play?
Exactly, you're trying to defend. Vi can't defend shit. He can only counterpunch. Have I told you about the MTG colors?
I think I've like, I have some very, very surface knowledge of MTG.
Okay, do you know red?
But like there's like zone cards or whatever, and then there's I don't remember, but I remember learning about it once.
Okay, one of the colors in MTG is red, where it's like runs out of fuel fast, needs to get a lead, but then like has the power to do so. And Vi is very much like MTG red. So if the enemy ever attacks something and you try to defend it, you're spending yourself to defend it. So
This is just unfortunate. I just don't see Jin. I go burp.
Oh my god.
That's just bad too.
Okay. Surely you guys, well, you have Kai'Sa's fed. This game could go either way.
No, we win this game, but it is a battle.
Okay. You should go resistances here instead of the Kindle gem.
Basically, I'm not really sure what my role in fights is at the end. I end up just R-ing Wukong whenever he jumps on Kaisa.
Your goal is, like, in my eyes, is probably just, I don't see the whole game state, but it's like ult onto Jhin, and then you're on top of Jhin and Xerath, and then Galio's in. Because if you're
Like
waiting,
this.
yeah, if you're waiting to peel, it's fucked. You can't save them. And if you look at your team, like Lulu can peel for the Kaisa, and Kaisa
Like this
has
was
her
the
own
ideal
tools.
fight.
Yeah, you ulted in. Eventually,
Ult the Jhin.
Galio.
Galio R's me.
Boom.
Jhin can't move.
Look at that shit. Their ADC is fucking dead. No option.
Like, what's the counterplay to that? He just dies every time.
Better run cleanse. That's his counterplay.
Against triple knockups.
Yep. Better QSS flash away like a Lee Sin ult. Oh my god, the Zonias!
And we win the game after that.
So,
Okay, let's watch a game where I actually do things right. Biggest mistakes this game, at least in the early game, are stop playing defensive when you take an advantage, gank, and then the early gank, stop trying to force stuff that isn't forcible. Like if this is gonna happen, then it'll happen because they make a mistake. Wait for them to make a mistake.
yeah, I'm sure you felt this like with. Well, fuck, maybe not, because piano is a structured performance, right? You know exactly what notes you're going to be playing. But that's
Yep.
not how. Like, League is a dance, it's not a performance. You can't practice. You can practice opening moves, but then it's fluid. It's not a strict, like, structured thing. The mechanics of it are, but the macro isn't. The macro is always changing. So then if you're rigid and like stuck in one way with the macro, then that's why things will always feel bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
I played 2 Maokai games and won them both. Which one you want to see?
I don't know.
Let's do this one. I don't remember what happened this game.
Look at this atrocious team comp. How do you lose? How the fuck do you guys? This
We
team
win.
comp.
We win.
That's what I'm
We win,
saying.
we
Like, how would you guys lose? This team comp is insane. Holy shit! Gangplank, Malphite, Maokai, Senna, Kog'Maw.
Yeah, it's a little Thanos.
It's a good comp.
And Malphite gets ahead, right? Who's dealing with him?
Oh, shit.
Anyways, I think I start topside.
And then path down. What is
Yep.
GP's matchup?
Alawi.
Okay. I have no clue. I have no fucking clue how that goes.
I've played that matchup a couple times, and I'm not terrible at GP, but I'm not good at him, and it seems pretty hard.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I bet good GP has like an okay time, but I bet bad GP has a bad time.
Am I right to start leashless here?
It's
I feel
fine.
like in my mind, like it's not because of anything I do, but just because of the Alawi matchup, like you need to be able to push into her and you need to be in lane. So I'm trying to tell him to go to lane because I'm a top laner.
Yeah.
But
And then you're against Nunu, so it's not the race, not like a major race. We're not against Karthus.
yeah, I have no idea how to play against Nunu, man. I just spam ping my laners. He's going to gank.
You can't save him. He's a noob
Yeah.
checker. He has object permanence, like he just shows up in the lane. So overpowered against noobs, it's unreal. It's one of the satisfying things about League, like you get to high elo and people like stop dying as much to stuff like that. Like when they act more so whenever they just can even barely play around it, like it's so nice. Like, wow, that's almost smart. Look at that. Okay, let's speed this bad boy up.
Top laner gets first blooded.
He has to. And then you skip.
And I go for an invade here because my bot lane is crashed. And I know we're both pathing same side.
Did you see what camps Nunu had? Did he have blue buff or what?
He had red buff, so I knew he was going to be down here.
Oh, I see. Fucking, you don't have W, that's right.
I don't think I should have smited that, but
Fuck.
well.
And then we don't have level 4 off Scuttle. Fuck, and we don't have W.
My bot lane is better though.
Okay,
so.
we got W. Let's go. Nice. Instant flash in. That's what I like to see.
But yeah, so I made the right play. I punished the first mistake. Look at me.
Hell yeah.
See that I haven't been just vapidly talking with you. I've been applying some of the stuff we've been talking about. So,
yeah, even this like quickly is like relatively fast to be applying it.
all right, so
Like, you know how growth goes. Like, it's randomly fast and randomly slow, but you know what I mean. Like, when you're getting good at something. Ambiently. That's what I'm looking for,
That's
not
also what
randomly.
was so frustrating about this week is I lost 13 games when I felt like I was playing better than I have before. That was interesting. But,
Oh, shit.
okay, so now I'm thinking reset into clear top side and possibly help GP crash.
Okay.
I look top here. Lane's fine, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna full clear.
You didn't even check Scuttle?
Top scuttle?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Because you have time to play with your pause. So you just like won against Nunu. He's going to be level 3. He's going to reset, and then he has to farm to level 4. If he wants to fight you on Scuttle, you're level 4. So like you have a like okay advantage there. And then that puts you in the river. Therefore you can entertain mid, you can entertain top. So then
Gotcha.
right, you have the advantage, but you don't go into the neutral position, which is river. Even to just check if the Scuttle's there, drop a sapling. You could drop a sapling in top try or pixel.
Yeah. Costs maximum like 5 seconds of walking and looking. And
Yeah, and
then
this is
taking
Maokai
it.
time, you know? It's not it's not Karthus time. So
Yeah. It's like NBA garbage time. So I clear down. That's kind of funny. Also, I'm not sure what happens here. I want to watch it again,
that
actually.
Malphite ults Zed when he ults. Boink.
Yeah,
Nice. Flashes is Q too.
Malphite's kind of just a G this whole game.
You got Galio and Malphite mid, like push mid! Push mid with them, come on.
I want Dragon.
Dragon?
Actually, no, I dive bot here. Dive bot? Do I dive bot?
Let's see. You
No,
won
I
it.
do drag. I do drag. I do
You won
drag.
it all.
I think I should have dove bot here though.
And that mid wave is okay, I guess. I think with clearing the mid wave is like you share XP and it's all okay.
I think I do Dragon here just because my bot lane is so pushed in. Like dragons are always good, right? It's never a bad play
Well,
to take a
imagine like
dragon.
Nunu snowballs in and just bonk, and Q smites this shit. Like that's an option they have. The enemy, like I don't think they've counterattacked you on these dragons enough, but yeah, we get. It's the same as that Vi dragon. Like fuck, we get away with it. Do I love it? No. Oh shit. Nobody important died, huh?
Never punished. Never punished. I reset, go top. I think I gank top here actually. No, I don't.
Right, and then with that control word, like same shit. You can reset into the river, sapling, control word the Rift Herald, control word top, something, and then back to your camps.
Do something aggressive. And I see Vel'Koz dies here, and I see Ashe low.
Because it's like early game, why don't you like 3 camp top?
Because you lose your entire bot side.
Why else?
Because top laners have TP.
Yeah, they have TP. Are you good? Are you even gonna kill them? Do you even have good chances as Maokai?
Not unless they're trading like donkeys,
Yep,
and you can't control that.
playing bad chances. You have low damage. But then once you're level 6, does that change?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to gank.
Right, but then you're not entertaining it. On that reset, if you go back, you're just right back to the Gromp. So we do blue. Okay, fuck. After Gromp. Or maybe we move into the river. It's like, then you have an option.
Yeah, I see what you mean. They didn't let me tank first, but it doesn't matter because the dive was so easy. This is a mistake. Oops. Not sure why I didn't run down.
It's a Nunu kill. Who cares?
So, like, in my mind, I'm thinking we should deny a whole nother wave here, so I'm walking up to proxy the wave.
Okay.
And then in my mind, I'm like, oh, the wave's dead. I have to leave through the other way. But I could have just kept walking down. Like, it's totally fine. I made a lot of mistakes in succession there, but...
Those are like inexperienced mistakes. Those are the mechanical ones that will just come from playing. And as a normal draft shill myself, if you play some normal drafts, you can get a whole lot of those out of your system. Oh yeah,
I
see?
entertained it.
Nice. Dodge the fucking E though, careful. That's a whole Alawi right there.
Why does she do this? How does she still kill me?
I don't fucking know what Alawi does, man. What, you think
Neither
I'm a
do
coach
I.
or something? Like, fuck this champ. Don't get hit by the E, that's all we can do.
Like,
go back.
Oh, it hits her soul thing again.
Boom, boom. God.
That's so dumb, man. Like, I should have dodged the E.
Well, it's like
I was trying to W it, but
moving towards her and then just dodging, you know? Like just baiting her E. Yeah. Because you can throw your E, you can Q, you can flash, like something.
I'll go look at GP here.
1 billion true damage incoming. Q. Shot Nunu in the face.
Here's where I think we almost lose the game. No, do we? No, this game's all actually just easy. Is this the right call here? Let's do the drag.
I don't.
Maokai's in base.
You guys spent your ulti, or you spent your ulti offensively. That puts everyone in a vulnerable position. So
like in my mind here, like why are we screwing around hitting?
Well,
hitting
because
tower?
you baited your team into thinking that they're fighting. They don't know what's going on.
I mean, like Cog here. There's no wave. He should just be rotating to drag.
He's trying to observe like what the Maokai ult is, and then like he's moving around, right? And he moves up, and then Senna's like in a weird spot, and he's like, "Oh my God, there's Zed," and he knows that like he can't like close the distance here.
Yeah, maybe it was my bad, but it just felt like if we were just on track.
It feels like that, but they can't get to it. You give up like the opening for them to move to Dragon because you spent your ulti. Does that make sense? The same way, like, if you stayed in the Fog of War as Vi in that first gank against Jhin, then you have that threat. But then once you showed, like, you give up that threat. And it's the same deal with this Maokai ult. If you hold it, then they can't approach the dragon. And then your team can start it. But once you spent it, then it's screwed.
They still
do what? Hold on, your mic sucks.
They still don't take the drag though.
Okay.
Like, well, it might be the different mic.
No, it's normal again now.
Okay.
Became a robot for half a second.
Look at this griefer.
Boom. A bit much.
Senna. Smartest new player. Okay, there isn't that much else to watch in this game. It's like our team comp is busted and we're...
Let me see one late game fight. Make sure we're spending the ulti correctly. Do we have one late game fight?
Not really, no.
Becky going down here on along for the ride. I love that shit on Maokai.
Maybe here? I don't know.
This is just you don't have Zonias and you have $1 billion gold in the bank.
Yeah. There is never. I think they FF.
Okay.
I would too. Look at Malphite. God Gaming right here.
Big man Malphite. Alrighty, so what I saw today is like you don't entertain those options to attack. You give them up. Well, not that you give them up. You're not actively doing that. It's just let's start entertaining them.
Yeah, and that's the
like,
that's the hardest thing I feel like with League of Legends is because I can tell like why I died, but it's really hard like by yourself to notice missed opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't die, you don't see yourself getting punished, but you don't see the advantage you could have gotten. How do you get better at that? Should I just like every time I kill somebody, like look at what could I have done here?
Well, you have to try to attack things, and you're gonna fuck it up. Like let's say in baseball, right? How do you learn how to steal like second base? You try it and get out like 20 times before you even come close to doing it the right way, you know? And you get some data, and then that data will tell you how you do it. You're not going to think into doing it correctly. You're going to do it through like attempting it and then figuring it out. So the first step for you now is like you killed top, like you killed the Pantheon, start the Rift Herald, see what happens.
Try and be more aggressive in plays.
Yeah. Once you have the upper hand on the turn, spend it on an attack and see what happens.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll show you a highlight to finish our session.
And then I highly recommend playing normal draft. Like it's so
like
good.
This.
It is so fucking good. Spam out fucking fights like a madman. Jesus Christ. How many saplings?
Where's the really funny one? This is the funny one. Watch this.
Okay.
You ready?
That kills? Oh, you have fucking death cap.
I am full build here.
What the fuck? I didn't know that you could still do that.
Oh, you can if you're this ahead. I think I'm legit capped on damage right here. The only thing it could make me stronger is like full Infernal Drakes or some shit like that.
Like Shadow Flame for Sorkman boots or something.
Oh, where's the other funny one? Where does LeBlanc run? Is it here?
This is like...
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Anyways. I do play a good amount of normal draft. I should do more, though.
It is so good. I'm addicted, though. It's like an addict recommended. Alrighty.
Alright, so main points are 1, play normals. 2, look for more aggressive plays after making a good play. 3, wait for laners to make mistakes.
Yeah, it's not do an attack after a good play. It's once you have the opportunity to punish, you punish. Because the enemy can make a mistake over here and you do this over there. It's not like anything. It doesn't have to rely on you doing something good prior.
So like this?
Play normals, look for more aggressive punishes, wait for the laners to make mistakes.
Those are the big things I can think of what we talked about.
Yeah, is there anything else? I think those are it.
Alright. Hopefully I won't lose another 13 games this weekend.
Yeah, you're not discouraged by that, are you? Because like you said, you were playing good.
It's like I tell myself I'm not discouraged, right? But it still feels fucking terrible to lose 13 games.
Yep.
Like you kind of like lose your confidence a little bit. But I'm like I looked at most of my games and I looked like I gave it my best effort, and I really do think that maybe like 2 or 3 of them were my fault, and the rest of them were just like lost no matter what I did. Like there was like maybe like 1 or 2 plays that I could have played like a little better, but most of them were just like it's not that it wouldn't have made that much of a difference.
It is what it is in League. It is what it fucking is sometimes, but
there's 9 other players in the game.
Yeah, just keep it going. Nothing to it.
Okay. See you, Sawyer. I will see you next week.
Good talking to you. Peace. Pianobruh.